What's poppin', big sippers? It's your girl, the Brittany G.
And Notorious Till. And you're tuned into another episode of
AunTEA Talk. Okay, y'all, so for today's sip tea, we are drinking a red berry slush. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, Lord. That's a lot of
Red berry wine slush.
Oh, wait. Okay, Kit. Okay, so if y'all, I know y'all got eyes, y'all can see it's more than me and the Brittany G on the couch today. We have three lovely moms here with us today. We have Tamika.
Hey.
We have Quisha.
Hey y'all.
And we have TT. Which one we call?
Hey y'all.
TT or TR?
You can say Tia.
Tierra. She like to call her first name. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this tea shop opportunity. So if you are a minority business owner, whether you have a product or a service, and you are looking for ways to get your brand out there, we have a tea shop for you to join where we offer promotional opportunities as well as sponsorship opportunities and brand ambassador opportunities. And we also take monetary donations. So if you're interested in any of these opportunities, hit us up at AunTEATalkPodcast@gmail.com.
All right, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and get into what we're grateful for. We're going to go ahead and start off with Mama Tierra.
I would have to say I am grateful for my support system that I have. I do have a daughter, and my friends pretty much say that she's one of them. So sometimes it's hard to find a sitter when you're busy. Just having a busy life period, and being able to bring my daughter along and knowing that my friends is going to care for her as if I do, it's just grateful to have that support system.
Okay. Because Jade is one of the girls.
All right, so what I'm grateful for is, first I want to say I'm grateful for each three of the mamas that's on here. I really do appreciate y'all for coming out with the idea that we had was, you know, do something for moms or whatever. So I do appreciate y'all for coming out and spending y'all Friday evening with us. But also I'm grateful for next week I get to spend time with my family for Thanksgiving. We're going to Oklahoma for my sister's son. He plays football at Oklahoma State University, so we're going out there to travel and spend time with each other for Thanksgiving. And it's going to be my mama and all her kids. So it's just a good time to get my mama and all her kids together because we all grown, and our brother, he lives out the country and stuff like that. So to just have all of us at the same time is a great thing. So I'm just grateful for that. Just grateful for it.
Okay, so what I'm grateful for is football. Because I love football, I love to watch it, I love to play it, and it also allowed my son to get a free ride to school. So something that gets me to take off of all the stress that I'm dealing with. I love football. It lets me get out there and whoop butts on the field when I want to whoop some butt in real life and I can't. Lock me in jail. And then also it allowed my son to get this opportunity to go to the next level, first of his generation, to go to college.
I'm grateful for accountability partners. Like, okay, I know I'm back on the workout journey. So I would say, like, even, yes, I work out with friends, but it's a group of women, like, we all go to the same class every day. So now we, like, you know, start looking out for each other and all of that. So I would say I'm definitely grateful for accountability partners because we be over there talking our shit. And it helps us all get through the workout. So, yeah. What about you?
I am grateful for my stability, being able to have my own place and peace to where I could just pull back from the everyday life and being able to just stay at home and just dig into myself and just have that self-care, just do whatever it is I need to do so I can better myself, better my mental, better everything that's around me. And also I am grateful for my support system as well because whatever I go through, no matter what, they're genuinely there through every challenge that I do have. So that's what I'm most grateful for. And for y'all inviting me to this is definitely different for me. So,
No problem.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into our tea games for today. So, ladies, what we're gonna do is we're gonna ask questions and then y'all just answer. All right? Okay. You go ahead and pop it on.
All right, so this or that. Here we go again. this or that for tea games. So, holidays, right?
All right.
420 or Cinco de Mayo?
It's on the money.
I have to say 420. It's my birthday.
Yeah, that's your birthday. 420.
420. Yeah, 420.
But either one, I'm gonna do both. It don't matter. But I'm gonna go with 420. Alright, so my question is, would you do a line of Coke or take your ex back?
I'll take my ex back.
Yeah, I have to take.
Give me that line, bro. Give me the line, bro.
Yeah, I'll take my ex back too.
What you got, Tom?
I think I'm gonna do that coat.
Alright, we got 2 Coke heads. And I'm gonna just balance them out. I'm gonna stand in the middle.
Nah, you got to choose. Really, you got to choose.
I'm gonna take my ass back.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, what's the other one?
Okay, so this is something that me and Brittany always go back and forth about.
Okay.
So is it mash or press?
You gotta press it.
Press? What you do? You mash it or you press it?
I'm not sure.
Huh? You gonna
You
mash
heard.
What you gonna do?
it? You gonna mash or press?
I'm gonna press.
What is mash?
Mash, you mash potatoes. You mash
You mash buttons.
You can't mash no buttons.
Yes, you do.
How do you?
She just
a
said-
mash is like smushing something.
No,
You can't
not
mash.
See, that's because y'all so surface level. Y'all ain't thinking outside the box. You don't just mash potatoes.
Press
Mash it.
the button.
Mash buttons.
Smash it.
Ew, I hate the word. What's your next question?
I guess it's just a
Mash
country.
the button.
I don't know.
Yeah. Mash that button on
And I'm like, that's another thing, like, just, it's just like,
I know where y'all going with this.
a old country, like, that's my parents, like,
Yeah.
my big mama, them, like, mash. Ew, no, you mash food, not things.
buttons. Cool. So my next one is Escape or SWB.
Baby, don't do us like this. Okay, I'm not even gonna hold you. Now, my mom is definitely was SK, but I'm SWB.
Okay.
I love me, like, I love both, but
I do too.
I love both, but SWB, I tried because I needed everything with this. I needed their albums. I made sure I learned their songs. If they was just out there, it was just, you know what I'm saying, they was just there for me.
Yeah.
You know, you had to really dig deep for SWB.
I would definitely say Escape. It's just they're relatable. Like, granted, yeah, they from the city or whatever, but it's just like they just so much relatable, even within their music. Not saying I don't relate to SWB because I love SWB as well, but definitely Escape for me.
That's hard for me because
That's your
You right with both of them?
Yeah.
it's a hard one.
I know what I answer. Well, I'm going with Escape.
Well, I'm gonna go the opposite. Then I'm gonna go SWB.
I'm definitely Escape. You're my little secret. I ain't worried about weak in the knees, baby. Nothing about being weak in the knees, but you know, in this era of life, you know, the secret, they used to
Let's
hit.
sneaky link. Back then used to be your little secret. Now they use your sneaky link. Okay.
Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this hot tea. So basically hot tea is our topic. So for today's hot tea topic we have mommy mental matters. So that's why we have these beautiful moms on here with us, you know, just getting them to share their experience as moms and how it's affected them mentally or whatever. So alright, we're gonna hop into it. Me and Brittany came up with 2 questions each that we just wanna ask. So you wanna pop it off?
You can go ahead first.
Okay. So my first question is, when do you feel free and what does that feel like? And what do you do in those moments? When do you feel free and what does that actually, like, what is that feeling of being free?
No matter who goes first.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I can honestly say I don't ever feel free. Because it's like, as a parent, when your child is with you, you have to take on a constant responsibility after looking after them, making sure everything is okay. So you don't really get a break until they're asleep. And then it's like, at what point do you really get a break? And then when they're away from you, then you're constantly worried, are they okay? Oh, now I'm missing my child. So it's like you're never really free. But I can honestly say at the time where I'm probably most free is when I'm on vacation. Vacation is like my peace of mind, and I'm actually able to step away from reality and not have to come back home and be that parent in that moment. I can actually go back to the resort or do something that just takes my mind away from home and the surroundings and everything that happens at home.
Yeah.
So I'll actually say vacation probably when I'm the most free. Yeah.
Okay, can I say this before y'all answer? Like Tia said, we are doing a Mommy Mentals Matter episode, but can y'all like say what gender you have and what the age of your child or children?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a son. He's 10. And you want to ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay. I feel the most free when he's with his father. I feel like because we equally share the task, so I don't really feel like I have to worry. Well, I don't really worry when he's with him because I know he is. Because before, you know, we separated, whatever, we always had the same goals of how to raise him. So I feel the most comfortable. I trust him. I don't have to worry about, oh, did he eat today, or is he around the right people, or I don't have to worry about that. So regardless, wherever I am, I could be at work, on vacation, like you had stated, I could be anywhere as long as he's with his dad and I feel free.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 boys, no girls. I have a 5-year-old who is autistic, and I have a 20-year-old son who is away in Oklahoma State that we were talking about earlier. I'm gonna say I feel the most free when my mom is helping, but at the same time I still don't feel free because there's, you know, she's not always going to be available. 2, there's stipulations around what she does and when she's going to do it, and or if she's going to do it. And then there's always the opportunity for her to feel burnout too, for stepping in and helping, because I don't have the dynamic that you have with the other half. Didn't have it with either kid's father, so luckily I do have her. That's a blessing, because otherwise I'd probably be going crazy.
So I'm sure you feel free when you play football too, though.
Yeah.
I do, but that's only because she's usually
Yeah.
the one who watches
She's
the
the
otherwise.
athlete,
Yeah, because
yeah.
I mean, I've had him out there at the field 1 or 2 times, and it's not. It's
Because you gotta worry
yeah,
about
because he'll run on the field. He don't understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll run on the field like at practice. He want to come out there. He's like, no, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
People running, they gonna knock you over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And your child?
I have a 2-year-old daughter who's going on like 21.
Yeah.
But she'll
I'm like
be,
25.
yeah, she'll be 3 in January, but a 2-year-old daughter named Jade.
Okay. So
Oh, hold on real quick. Okay, I know y'all said those are the moments y'all feel free. What does free feel like? Like, what is that feeling of being free? Like, is it
Having
just...
to worry, not having to worry if your child, like I said, if your child, if the person that's have to have him feels burdened, being around the right people, just that's free for me. I don't have to worry about his.
So being worryless.
Just worryless,
Is
you know,
being free.
that
Okay.
it's just being free for me because I can do my thing. I don't have to say, oh, let me call right quick. Let me see. Did you make sure you
Call
you
me
know,
in 5
I don't have to do
minutes,
that.
yeah.
I don't have to do it at all.
Yeah.
That's the freeness. Hey.
Yeah.
would y'all be able to say like y'all agree?
Yeah, I agree.
I would say the responsibility, knowing that someone else gonna take care of your child. Like,
So the
you
worry,
said,
yeah.
Because a lot of times it's like you have this, like me, I'm gonna send them with a list where I want to get to the point where it's just, you know, they're gonna automatically like, this is what Tierra would do. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
what I want my child to be taken care of like that.
Yeah.
Not going against the grain. Like,
Right.
well, you were auntie now. Or you
Yeah.
Yeah, like you,
like,
yeah.
this is not what we discussed.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
worry for real. Now, because,
Yeah.
no, it's not what we
Now
do.
routine broken because
Correct.
you know, you
Right.
And then you gotta deal with it when you get back
Yeah.
home.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, gotta break that chain.
Messing with Sharon. There you go. Leah. It's honey time. I need you.
Okay, so my question is, what is dating like as a single mom?
Challenging. It
Okay.
can be challenging. It's a lot of dynamics to it because it's like, okay, you want to have, well, for me, I want to find someone to be my life partner. So I'm not just dating just to get through the day or whatever. I'm dating with a purpose. So it makes it even harder because you don't know when to introduce your child into the dynamic. You don't want to introduce them too soon, but you don't want to go a whole year talking to somebody and then they don't vibe with your child. Then you wasted a year. Like, you don't get that time back. So it's like really hard to like know when to introduce someone. So it makes it kind of strange. And even with my dynamic, it make it even more because like the dating world is hard enough by itself already. Then having the dynamic of like I have a special needs child, which means my child's possibly going to live with me the rest of my life. So most people like, okay, they want to date someone, a kid's like a teenager or something. Oh, they almost out the house. It don't matter if my son was 17. He ain't almost out the house. So I have to have someone that is going to love him like their own and be willing to be there with him for the rest of their life. And that's hard.
Yeah, I know it's hard, but it's even hard to find somebody who'll be there for your child if they did have special needs. So imagine special needs too, like you said. So yeah.
What you got going on, Christian?
It's definitely challenging for real. Like she said, it is hard. You really don't want to introduce your child too soon because when you're dating someone, of course your child is dating that person as well. So you want to make sure, and you're not gonna always know like whoever you're dating is the right one for your child. That's why it is so challenging. So I know even with my son, he's so used to his dad being around before because when he came in this world, it was me, his dad, that's all he knew. So now if it's somebody else coming in that's different, it's like, all right, I'm gonna be still. But then again, you know, if I see that you're doing right by my mom or whatever, okay, I can open up a little bit. But then, you know, it'll come a time when they don't see the person no more. So you don't want to really put your child through that stress or that pain or, you know, whatever you would go through as a parent, as a person anyway. You don't want to put your child through that. So it's been very challenging and I regret it. I'm just being honest. It's hard. I wouldn't recommend. I just say stay single until you figure out what's going on.
If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been single, like you and his father not been together?
Since 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think he's over that yet. You know, you have to pay attention to your child. So I know that's one
and
thing.
that's 7 years.
Yes, and he wished that his dad, to this day, he wished his dad still there. And it's hard for me. It's like, dang, I don't know what to do. I don't think anything will ever be good enough because he know what he wants. So you just gotta be careful and just be mindful. And I don't know if they will ever realize or they will ever understand it for real. So,
Probably not till they're grown.
Does your oldest understand the dating thing now?
Considering the fact that he's dating himself now, he's starting to understand a little bit. You know, he's starting to understand a little bit.
Anything you want to share, Titi?
I would say for me, I haven't had the opportunity to actually date with a child. Like me and Jay's father separated, I guess, in January. But with her being 2 and so new, I never even like pulled away from that. It's kind of getting to the point where it's like we're now finally like it's forced to kind of like you gotta go your separate way. But even when us being separated, if people would approach me, I just can't see myself asking somebody to watch my child to go on a date. That just feels weird to me. And then with her, she's a daddy's girl, and she's not your average 2-year-old, so she's very vocal. So I've been on a plane, and a dude tried to talk to me, and she's like, I want my daddy. I don't like him on the plane. And the dude was like, oh, I'm sorry, little mama. Back off. So it's like, I don't even know if I can see myself truly dating and with having a daughter and society. I don't trust me dating a man. I would never trust a man around my child ever because people put on this visage and then you could be a child molester or something and now I have to kill you. So at that point it's like I don't even know when I would ever feel comfortable introducing a new man into her life just because a little girl is so precious. Even with your son, it's a precious moment, but girls, they're so vulnerable and men prey on them. It's like I don't know if I could ever see myself fully being serious with somebody.
So would it be she's the kind of the factor that's keeping you from dating or what, like, or is that just like a personal
I I would say she's the factor. It's personal, and I'm not over her father. Like our dynamic together when it came to parenting is like out of this world. Our bond together, so I'm not even fully over him to even say, "Oh, let me." Like in my eyes, it's like we gonna get back together, but in reality, it's like even if y'all don't, you still gotta live your life. So I'm trying to get to that point where it's like right now y'all not together, so you can't be holding on to something that right now isn't there. So that's where I'm kind of stuck in that hard place. But I don't know how to date, so I keep myself busy so that I don't even have to think about that.
You have a 2-year-old that can actually
vocalize.
You know, I'm just remembering like my child was not that vocal. He was not talking until after 3. So a lot of that time, I mean, a lot of that really didn't dawn on me anyway. So now he's becoming even more and more. He's 10 now, so of course you can imagine how it is. But at that time, well, me and his father was still together at that time anyways. But still, I can only imagine if he was going through some of that time and he was being vocal. Oh, it definitely would have hung even more.
Yeah, she definitely is very vocal.
You.
He even told me there's been times he said that he'll be out and a waitress or somebody could approach. She's like, I miss my mommy.
So she know what she's doing.
She knows exactly what she knows.
She's not saying one of the girls.
But TT is a prophet because she said this before.
While Jay was
while Jay was in the womb, like she spoke it like my child is gonna be advanced, and every child I know, I'm gonna name her Jay. Every child I know named Jay is like super advanced, and Jay is advanced. Like, she's not your average 2-year-old, like you said. Like, but I do have another question that isn't on it on here. I just thought of this just now. But okay, so you know the question I asked was how is dating as a single mom? But as mothers, everybody pretty much has their own definition as a single mother. A single mother. What is considered a single mother to you? Is it like a mom that's actually not dating, so she's considered single, or is it single because the dad isn't? Like, what is single mom to you guys?
I would say single because the dad is absent. Like for instance, her dad moved out in January, so I'm the one taking care of the bulk of the responsibilities. I'm paying all the bills in the house and everything. He pays the daycare, and of course he contributes to the things that she needs. But I take on most of the responsibility, so it's not like we're splitting anything anymore, or he's taking on the bulk. So at that point, it's considered single because majority she's on my insurance. Like majority of everything is coming out of my pocket. So at that point, I'm considered a single mother.
Y'all agree?
I definitely agree. But I had to put my foot down, you know, because you're right. It does become to where when the dad is absent, everything falls on us. So that's when we have to step up and like, all right, you know, it's common sense, you know. It's common sense, you know. You have this baby, he's not living with you. You probably get him every weekend, if that, you know what I'm saying. So you know everything does fall on it, but when it comes down splitting, all right, you know, school started around the same year. His birthday is around the same year. Everything, look, okay, whatever the case may be, if I come to you about something, we need to split everything down the middle. You know, but anything else, you know, of course he's with me or she's with you every single day on your insurance. You getting the stuff for school, whatever, that's the norm. But you have to put your foot down. Like, look, it does fall on me. It does, but this is what we got to do. Moving forward, this need to be split. This need to be split. So I do agree with her though. Because before I got that voice, that's what it was. And until I got frustrated to let them know it's not fair, that's what needs to be said.
So it's really happening on your end if everything is being split.
Of course. Of course.
Okay. So I was just about to say that. So I know your
everything
situation.
is if I bring it up to him. Now if I feel like a birthday, you know, just occasional stuff. But not an everyday thing. If I want something for my son, he gonna get it, you know, whatever expense I have the house.
Like the major,
it is what it is. But you know, this your kid too. His birthday come around, Christmas, whatever holiday or whatever, you know,
we
come on, what's up?
You
know?
But I really want us to get out of the like fathers being the holiday parents.
Yeah.
Like, they need to be able to pick up like the weight,
the holiday and the weekend.
Year round, like be active, know who the teachers are, know who the doctor is.
Like, exactly. My situation, my son's father actually, when we broke up, he actually ended up moving out of state, but he's only 2 hours away because he's in Tennessee. So it's not like he can't come visit. He's never been turned away from visiting. He's never called and I didn't answer or let him speak to my son. But he picks and chooses when he wants to be a part of his life. So when we broke up, there was a period of almost a year that he did not speak to me or my son. And so he didn't speak to us. He didn't know what was going on with us. We got COVID. He didn't know nothing. My daddy died, who he went and stayed with in my townhouse, all that kind of stuff. And he did not even say my condolences, and he knew about my father passing. So, and then it happened again. No, he didn't. He didn't say a word. And he didn't. My father died in July. We didn't start back. He didn't start speaking until October. I posted a picture of our son, and he still was following me on social media. And then he decided to jump in my DM and was like, "Yeah, I guess it's time for me to talk to you." And then started back communicating, and then later on started back giving money. But the reason that we even stopped talking was because close to Christmas, he stopped giving money. And I'm asking him, like, hold on, what is going on? The money stopped. You just started 2 months ago, and now you stopped. What's going on? And so because I'm asking him questions, trying to figure out so we can get on the same accord, he just shut down. And so when he shut down, I got tired of asking him. I just shut down. So when I didn't keep asking him, he just let it be. He didn't say a word all that time from December to October of the next year. And so he's been through that process similar again this summer where he had to stop. Well, he didn't have to stop. He stopped giving money, and he's just started back to give money. And so the communication between that time was gone. He got married actually last year, and we didn't have any communication as far as like he hasn't seen his son since he been married. He's been married for over a year. July made it a year. So.
Yeah, but you're right. I do agree with you saying the holiday, we got to get them off of being that. But I feel like that's a start. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a start.
Things in order to do the big things.
It's a
And
start.
then
You gotta get past that though.
You
That's what most men think like that. They can't
That's
think that they
all
great
fine.
parents because they did birthday, Christmas, and school.
Right.
I did my job. No, that's not your
that's not
job.
your job.
Your job is being a parent. You can't turn out being a parent.
Right.
You can't turn out being a
We
parent.
never can.
Because I hate when something is happening and the first thing people say is, where the mama at? Well, why the mama didn't do this? But that child got a daddy too. Y'all can't just exclude the daddy out of the picture. Or if anything happened, it's always on the mama. And I really, I don't like that. I'm not even a mom, but I don't like that. It's just so much pressure on the mama. Not saying it don't happen, but a child gets sick at school, they call him mama. Mama got to take off work. Daddy can still do whatever he want to do. He's not missing out on money. He's not missing out on fun. He's not missing out on dating. Like Titi just said, what Tiara just said, like, she's not comfortable, even if she decided to start dating, like, she's not comfortable to call up somebody to ask, can you watch my child while I go on a date? But in the same sense, it's like, you're still a woman outside of your mama hat. But being that it's just so much pressure on the mama, it's like that's what's making her feel that way. Like I don't feel comfortable to ask nobody to watch my child while I want to go enjoy my motherlyhood. I mean my womanhood. Like so I really do hate that.
So just like my son's father, he's gotten married since, and he didn't have an issue with that. As far as his wife met our child when we were together, because that's his previous fiance. So she's never seen him since she's been his wife, right? But it's not even a problem in their household or anything. Their household is able to run. He was able to get married. He was able to do all this stuff and had a child that he didn't have to make a priority in his relationship. If I were to get married, my child has to be a priority in your life. So it's a different dynamic.
That is true.
That is true.
I have to look at my spouse to see if this spouse is going to be good to my child as well as me. He didn't have to evaluate that.
But it should be the same way.
Yeah.
It should go both ways.
It should be equal.
Because with any man that is a father for real, that making sure that their child's a priority. You need to make sure that your fiance, your potential wife, is going to accept your children or your child. Like, ain't no way. There's no way.
But it goes back to just because you went half, you're not an actual father. Like everybody isn't a man. Let's put it that way. Everybody isn't a man, and not making an excuse. But how can a man be a father when they never had a father to be a father to them?
Right.
something
So it's
to
like,
look up to.
yeah, someone to look up to. So you can make your own decisions as far as, I want to be a stand-up type guy, but everybody don't have that mindset. And so you have the ones that don't have that mindset, and they don't have that person to follow behind, so they just do what was done to them, which is real fucked up, because I know they felt fucked up as a kid, you know, when they didn't get that fatherly figure or, you know, that man in their life. But
You find that though. You really do find it. Even if you don't really just have it initially in your actual household, you're gonna be so vulnerable enough to where it's like, you know, you want to be more than what you were given.
And that's what I was saying. And that's what I was saying. You had the ones that didn't come up with the fathers in the household, and they want different. But you got the ones that, they probably want different or whatever. They don't, but they never had the guide or whatever. So it just is what it is. I'm gonna do whatever the child mother allows.
Right.
Yeah.
See, mine is opposite. Her daddy is really active. Like they just went on a whole little date Tuesday, whole day, movies, hair, nails. So it's different for me. He's on the road a lot, so when he isn't on the road, the days that he is home, he do come see her, take her away, and I do get that break, but it's still not the same, because when you have that person in the house and you got used to that, so if you wake up at night and this person like, oh, I got it, it's different now when you there by yourself. Like when your child's sick, you up all night and still gotta wake up and go to work. And then I work from home, so the days that I'm working from home, she busting in meetings, she's sick, I gotta still make sure she eat 3 meals a day. So it do become a lot. So when it comes to that aspect, that's where to me I was like, dang, I wish I had that help in that aspect. Because like financially, no problem, I can call, dance fees, whatever it may be, because she does ballet, but it's the actual in-home support to take away that responsibility of giving me a burden. Like if I'm tired, like we just started like until say we work out, if I'm tired, I wake up, y'all, work her at 6 in the morning, get her ready for school, and do all these things. But if I miss that 6 o'clock workout, I'm working out in the afternoon with her running past, still gotta make sure she eat, take a bath, then I still gotta go on and do other things. It be midnight, 1 o'clock, and 4 hours later, I gotta
And I can only imagine, because like I just be thinking like, when I leave the gym, I be so drained, and it's just me. So it's a lot of women that have to go home and get their kid. Like one of my gym sisters, like she was late yesterday because of her son or whatever. But it's just like, bruh, you still have to go back home and when I get home from the gym, I'm taking that shower and I'm going to bed. Like I have no energy to do anything else. So, and even just outside of that, even with working, like when I wasn't in the gym, I just applaud y'all. Like being a mother is a full-time job. Like it's not even a full-time job, it's a lifetime job. Because a full-time job is 40 hours a week. But I really commit, because that's a job that you cannot walk away from.
He's not.
And
Whether that's on
My son's 20, and I'm still weathering the storm.
you don't ever stop being on what you have to.
And it's funny that y'all say that, because like I'm 31, and I was talking to one of my coworkers. One of my coworkers is in her 60s or whatever, and I always say she remind me of my mom the way she be acting or whatever. And so I was like, she just get like, every time me and Brittany were out one night, and she was like, all right, well, let me know when you get home. I was like, it's gonna be 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, why do I have to let you know when I get
Did she
home?
ever care about that though?
Like,
This is the same woman who waited up for us to get home at 2 o'clock in the morning and had the bed made for you to sleep on that sofa. Because you went to her home.
So I get, so again, it's a lifetime job, like being a mother, and that's, I ain't gonna lie, that's part of the reason why I'm not ready to commit to being a mother, because dealing with me is enough. Trying to take care of me is enough. To have a little mama, nah, not right now.
You be great though. You got a lot of experience.
I have a lot of weight. I know I do, but right now,
It's a sacrifice.
yeah,
You
and I'm not
really
ready to
have
make that sacrifice.
especially with the way things are going right now in my life. That's why a few months ago, y'all remember I asked in group chat, like, how are y'all? I'm trying to figure out, like, how do y'all parent? Because I'm busy as hell, and it's just me. I don't have, like Tissa, I don't have nobody. Like, in my days, I'm really on autopilot right now. Like, my days are colliding with each other. I just don't know how. Sometimes I don't be knowing how I'm doing it. But just imagine if I was like that with a kid, like.
The energy you put in you being goal oriented, and if you, like you said, make a sacrifice to have a child and want to really do for your kid, whatever, you're gonna make space and time for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, everybody don't plan for a child, but the ones that do, it's like 9 times out of 10, it's like, okay, they already had something going on anyways, and then it's like, all right, I think I'm ready for a child now. So I'm gonna go ahead and, like, you know what I'm saying, free up this little space or whatever. Because I know I can give my love, I can give this, I can do it. If I can do this, I can do that.
Right.
You know, we're not giving a book for anything. I mean, outside of us going to school or whatever, yeah. But at the end of the day, we still don't know it all. So even with being a parent, there's no book on it. It's either you flow and you go with it. But you just have to want to do it. You just got to know that you can do it. So as goal oriented as you are, you can be mom oriented.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I want to have a child. I want his dad. Yep, that's what. You know, just put it out in the universe.
I noticed like how when me and my ex were talking about having kids, and I'm not ready to have no kids. It's like everybody, you never ready to have a kid, and it's like it's something that you legit just get ready. It's like that motherly instinct or that parent instinct just naturally kicks in.
Yeah, you will never be ready. Even for the people who plan for kids, they still aren't ready because
You never know what's
you
going on.
assume,
So,
oh, because this person's child slept all night. It's not like that. You might have a kid that's up all night who's ready to be up 24 hours of the day sometimes.
No, not me. Again, if I am now queen.
I was blessed though.
You're gonna get ready. You're gonna get ready though.
I was blessed though. My child slept all night from fresh out the womb, so I was
So
great.
your child might sleep all night fresh out the womb. Then when she
she
gets
sleep all
older,
night, yeah.
and then it's gonna be a challenge that you have to. You never think
Oh,
there's gonna be something. It's always
no,
a phase,
scare me,
right?
please.
Because I remember the 2-year-old phase, the 3, 4. You know, it was to me. I feel like that's when I was really mommy. I feel like I was able to do whatever. Anything that came my way, I got it. I don't care. I got it. Baby, when he turned 8, well, really before then, but it was cool. But no, 8 to now to 10, it's so challenging. I feel like he really, I don't know if I'm able to be what you need right now. I think you like solely need your dad.
Yeah.
You know, it comes a time to where it's like, babe, I think my time is up with you in this moment of your life. You know, I think you need to be with your daddy full time, not me.
Yeah.
You know, and in the reverse.
Yeah.
It's so challenging. It's so hard.
Is he
So
coming
it's-
to like his manhood or
Yes.
identifying?
Right. Yes, identifying that, and even before then, because like he had like speech problems and all that kind of stuff. To me, you know, even with me dealing with children early on, that was easy for me. You know, I made sure I took the proper steps for that. But you know, the asking questions, becoming to himself, his own personality, and then doing manly things. It's like, okay, I know what I want in a man, but I can't teach you how to be.
Right.
So it's like, this is a challenge. I ain't got it.
So, do you think a woman can teach a boy to be a man?
No, absolutely not. Now you can teach them how to treat a woman, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they still have to see how to do that from a man.
I agree. Because I know it's like so many mothers that I can do this all by myself, my child. And I just really feel like at the end of the day, it takes a man to teach a boy how to be a man. We've never been a man in our lives. There's no way we can say,
We think totally different from me.
We shouldn't have to live in our masculinity just to teach our son how to be masculine. Like, we should be the nurturer we are to understand on that part, because they need that social emotional and they need they need that. They need both parents. So it's hard for us to try to be nurturing, and on top of that, it's like a contradiction.
Yeah.
It's like, you loving on me, but then you just did all of this.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand that. I can't get how you finna be mad with me or standing firm and strong, but then you come here, baby, let me hug you. Let me see what's going on. You know, I didn't really mean that.
Yeah, so
now
they're not gonna take you serious.
They don't. They won't take you serious.
Yeah.
So you gotta stand on one thing or stand on the other.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, since we y'all talking about that, I did have a question. I was debating if I was gonna talk about this question or not, but since we on the topic of hand, I have a question to the boy moms. I have in our community, moms are usually the primary parents. They do their best at raising their sons. So as a single mom, do you feel you prepared or preparing your son to be a man as as you were capable, as much as a man as you are capable as a woman. And if you are in your son's age group, would his characteristics and or upbringing attract you to your son? And yeah, that's mainly for you because her son's 10, your son's 20, so what's up? So I really do want you to answer that. That was mainly for you, sis.
That was a big question.
Yeah.
You know what? In actuality, my son is more of a man than I thought he would be.
Okay.
So, something that, because I knew that there were things, I tried to get him to go stay with his dad at 12. He dropped out at the last minute. I had, my youngest son's father was with us from that point until 16. So he saw him, but he had some good characteristics, but some of those characteristics also that I did not want my son to have. But he got to witness the good, the bad, and the ugly all together with that. And then he had his godfather that he's always had in his life since birth. Used to be my best friend. And so he's had a different dynamic of people. He had some mentors and things like that to help. So unpack your question a little bit for me. You want to know if I would date my son, someone that
Yeah,
like
so
my son?
the first part is, do you feel like you raised him as the best of your ability as a woman? Being that you can never teach him how to be a man, as a woman, do you feel like you were able to do the best you could?
I definitely did the best I could with what I had. And like I said, I also reached out to other males because I knew that
You can get.
I couldn't give him some of those things.
Yeah.
Right? So he actually, in his later teenage years, had the opportunity of living with his goddad, living with his best friend's dad, and mom in a married household. He had some other dynamics that wasn't just me to help influence that, get him that last polish off before he went off to school. So that was something that also probably helped him out a little bit more too, because some of the qualities that I see in him now, and I'm like,
Yeah, when you learn it,
but he still has a lot of growing to do in certain areas too. I will say that.
He's
Being
20. Yeah.
he still has a lot, but he's in a serious committed relationship too. So at the same time, so some of those things are like being, they're in your face now because it's like, you're actually in a real relationship. So we're seeing those things come to fruition now. We're like, okay, well, we could have prepared a little bit better here, but you did real great there. So, it's like, yeah. But, so I feel like he's coming into himself as the man that I would love to see him be. He's still
Taking his
Take his time.
But like he's 20, cause even I ain't gonna lie, when they 30, they still ain't got it all. So like it's just they mature slower.
like a turtle.
Yeah. Turtle.
What's the benefit of the doubt? Because also too, he probably see that knowing that you are a great mom.
Yeah.
And then he knowing that what he probably didn't have, so he probably sees certain similar traits where like, okay, yeah, I know my mom would do this, so I don't really want to put you through this. I'm a better man or whatever. So hopefully that's probably how he's going through it. If you look at it, that way. I would think so.
I think so.
Okay, so this question, so I actually asked like a while ago on my Instagram story, I had the question where I put the scenario of like me and my friend was having a conversation. I made the comment of I can't date no man with kids or whatever. She called me selfish, so I had went to Instagram and did the question of the night, and I asked, is it selfish of me for not wanting to date a man with kids? And so I got different responses, but what surprised me the most was a lot of women who had kids said that they wouldn't even date a man with kids. So my question to you all would be, would you date or get serious with a man who has kids already?
I don't want a man that don't have kids.
Okay.
I'm probably the most experienced dater with people with the moms out here because I've been single for a very long time. I have a 20-year-old, so I've been dating before and after. So, but yeah, in my experience, men that don't have kids, they're not
It's
that's compassionate to your situation. Like it's, you know, they want your time. They can't understand like why you can't do this or why you know what I mean. And then they may want to just jump into your child's life and they don't even know what they're doing. They want to make decisions telling you what to do. Like I have a special needs child. I just had to curse this dude out the other day. Cuss this dude out. He's like, well, trying to tell me how to discipline my special needs child. He is not a normal kid.
Yeah.
I sent him something to read up on autistic kids. He clearly didn't. I sent him a little documentary from YouTube. Make it easy. Just listen to this little clip. Yeah. A little insight right here. He come telling me this, that, and that. I'm like, let me just. So when they don't have kids, they don't have a lot of understanding of those things. Somebody that has kids and they're active in their kids' life, they're going to understand a little bit more in my experience. Because they understand, like, it's my weekend with a kid, I gotta do this, I gotta focus on my kids. I'm not, you know what I mean? I gotta make sure they homework, I gotta make sure that they have this. I can't take this trip at this time because this is what time for the kids. A man that don't have kids, he ready to get up and go. You can get up and go. You don't have kids, so you match well with a person that doesn't have kids because y'all can do that. You have nothing holding you back. But me, I have kids. So, like a man that's gonna date me right now, I have a son that I go see him for Thanksgiving. Another man may say he expect me to be with his family or cook for him. But I'm not taking him down there with my son. And I'm not staying here because I'm going with my son. Because this is where my family at.
I definitely agree because I experienced both what you were just saying, and no matter how I feel about the person, I had to realize like, yeah, you were different like that. You don't really understand like the single one or the ones that don't have children. It's like they'll be all for it. It's so temporary and it feels like it's fake almost because it's like, I'm gonna do a little bit so I can get your time, but don't really engage with the kids or really get to fully understand or know what's really going on, opposed to someone who have a child or children and like, all right, I get it, look, okay, we're gonna plan this out, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, it's so understanding and try to do everything like as what we would do it, so I would rather date, considering I have a child, a man with a child, and because for one, I'm not insecure, like you have a child, and you're active in your child's life, and if you say it's not this and this and the third, whatever the case may be, you do what you're supposed to do, whatever, I can understand that. We can work through all of that, but you got people that play still with kids. The immature ones with children, the ones that actually mean business, the ones who actually is being, fully in their child's life, when you start speaking, you already want to know that dynamic when you start talking with them, if they're mature or not. But I would much rather date someone who have a child. I would want a blended family, for sure. Now, if I do get blessed with somebody who don't, they just all okay. Cool too. I'm not gonna exit that person out, but essentially, I just probably want somebody who have a child.
I know you're not dating yet, Cece, but when you start dating, what you looking for, so?
I honestly don't know, y'all, because the idea of somebody trying to discipline my child that's not her father, it bothers me mentally, and I just think I haven't got over that threshold. And then I don't want her to feel like her dad is being replaced. So the whole blended household thing for me just hasn't come full circle. Or even dating a guy with no kid, because I've had somebody who tried to talk to me and it's like, oh, I want to take you out. I need you to be on demand. I'm like, but I can't. And it's like, well, I'll find you a sitter and pay for it. It doesn't work like that. I'm not just leaving my child with anybody. There's only 3 people who can keep her, and if they ain't available, I'm sorry. I can disagree. A single man doesn't understand. Like, oh, you make time for who, what, when, and where. But it's like, I'm not gonna curve my life for no date. It's just like my friends. That's my outlet. If I'm doing events, that's me networking. That's my business. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me stop what I'm doing to go on a date. And as far as a dude with the kid, it just really depends on that dude and his relationship, because you can have a kid, but how active in your kid life are you? Like, are you that weekend holiday father? I don't want to date you. I can't date you because you will never understand the involvement I have in my child as a full-time parent. So if you're like actively involved, you and your person got that good relationship and y'all got a healthy co-parenting, because unhealthy co-parenting makes dating hard too. Because if you guys are constantly each other's space, how will you truly have time to date, where do you draw that line where your person you're dating won't feel some type of way because father is around, or understand that just because it's an active father doesn't mean that we are still involved. But there are going to be times where we might have to be in the same setting. I'm not going to say, oh, you can't come to my child's party because we're not together. So just trying to find that happy medium. So
it's gonna take you time. So it's fresh for you. And it's so much I can just spew out to you right now, but you got to go through it. You know what I'm saying? You got to feel out what's best for you in your situation, because you on the right path. Like I agree with everything you're saying, because I was once there when it was fresh and me and my child's father not being together. So I completely understand, but it's gonna come to you. It is. It's gonna come.
That's good. And I just really like that we have 3 different moms with different dynamics. Like, I really do love it. So, I like how you were just saying, like, you can spill so much to her, but she has to learn her own. All right, so I have one more question for you moms. And the question is, what do you feel was your hardest challenge of motherhood? And are you pleased with the way you handled it? It's a thinker.
We just have to have one challenge.
Or whatever.
What you said the hardest.
Yeah.
And was I pleased?
With the way you handled it.
I'm not going first. I'm just thinking.
My bad. I guess for me, the hardest with my daughter being so young and her used to her dad being there every day, and then just all of a sudden, where is daddy? And I can say I'm not a bitter type person, so I just always like say he's at work or something, or kind of cover to make sure she knows. But then she's like, oh daddy, you coming to my house? So she's starting to become aware
that he doesn't.
But at the time it could have been easy, like, oh, your daddy don't live there no more type of situation. But I'm not that type of person, so I kind of just kind of masked her feelings, like, oh, daddy's at work,
And now she's figuring it out.
he's gonna come here. So she'll be now. She's so funny. She know how to FaceTime him on her iPad. So now she knows, like, oh, daddy, you driving a truck, or daddy, you working. So she's becoming aware. But I'm just happy that I put my emotions to the side to make sure her emotions were sheltered and to be the bigger person, opposed to like, oh, your daddy don't live here no more, and stop asking me that, and those type of things that can make a child feel emotionless and go into a little bubble.
Okay, so overall, you will say you feel pleased with how you handled it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I like it.
Alright, I think I got it. Alright, so it's kind of almost the same as Tiara's a little bit. So of course, when me and my baby's father separated, whatever. Like his son, our son, like praised him so much. Like he cannot do any wrong. And before, it didn't bother me because we were together, whatever. But like once we were, and then I know I had to take on everything, and even when we were together, I still was doing the bitter most. So it's like they give the father to me the utmost respect, and like I said, don't see no wrong. So I think it was an instance to where I got a little frustrated, and I'm just like, you can ask your dad, or you can do you treat your daddy the same way? And I'm not gonna say that I didn't handle it well, but because I did catch myself, because I was frustrated, and I'm like, you know what? No, this is a child, and he don't see what I have always what I've seen, or whatever. So it's like I can't really attack him in that manner and make him feel
Like he got to choose sides.
like he has to choose sides.
Right.
So I did catch myself. I'm like, what? It's okay. And I'm like, just know that you can ask your daddy, or you could do, or whatever you expect from mommy, you can expect the same thing from daddy. Like I had to, get myself together. So I would say that I did handle it well, but it was a frustrating situation, so I did have to catch myself. So I think that probably was one of the challenges, because I can remember that my mom never talked down or bad to me about my dad, even if I did see the inconsistency or whatever. She never did do that. So I didn't want to be that one to be like, oh yeah, well your daddy do this or your daddy do that, or he don't do this or he don't do that. So I don't want to be that. I didn't want to be that way. So I say I handled it well while I called myself. I did. It was hard. It was a challenge for sure. So
That was one thing.
Okay. Sammy?
The question is the most challenging thing of parenting, and did I handle it well?
Yeah, do you feel like you handled it well? Or how do you feel like you handled it?
I'm gonna say of recent for me, for my 20-year-old, because parenting still happens when your child is an adult. He has moved away, he's at school, and as a mother, it's like you want to protect your child, you want to keep them safe, you want to protect them from any harm, hurt, danger that can come to them. Anything that you might see that they don't understand from your perspective, you want to like get in and just be like, I got you, I got you.
Yeah.
But at this point, he is a man.
Yeah.
And for me right now, it's been really, really challenging to not be that parent. It's like just sheltering him from everything. You know what I mean? I try to just step back, and if he asks for my advice, then give him my advice, and not just insert myself, and not try to do the everything, like smother him. Let him be a man. Let him make his own decisions. Give him my advice when he asks for it. But it's so hard, because it's like I'm 40 years in this thing. I'm 40 years old. He's 20. I got 20 years on him.
Yeah.
Like, I done been through everything he going through. I can see
What's coming? Yeah.
But I have to let him live his life.
Yeah.
I can't live it for him. I can't make him make choices that I want him to make.
Yeah.
I can just try to encourage him. I can be in his corner if he needs me. But I just can't just go, I got you, let me do this. That. I can't do it. I can't do that no more. And it hurts because I want to. I want to make sure his life is perfect. I want to make sure that he doesn't have any hurt. Like, I want to shelter him from everything. That's the hardest thing, because that's what a parent want to do. Like, you want to make sure
being hurt.
You want to make sure your kid is all right. But I have to know that I did my job those first 18 years, and he gonna be able to live it out now. And if he need my help, if he asks me for it, then I'll step in.
Yeah.
I definitely want to give you a pat on the back because that's like you said, like I just shared, even with my mom and my dad, my mama rather, just being on me or whatever. So I know that's a hard decision to make, but I also applaud you on the fact, because that's what's wrong with the generation of men that we're dealing with, because their mothers sheltered them so much. And now they come to us and expect for them to do the same thing that they mama would do. Like, no, we're not y'all mama. And we not gonna, I'm standing on what I stand on. I ain't nobody mama.
Yeah.
So,
I guess that was my question though. I wanted to ask you or y'all. So it's like, when do we stop sheltering them though? Because in the beginning, that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how would you know when to stop and cut it off? Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I now feel like, even at my son's age 18, they have to understand when to start making some type of decision, as far as saying, having some type of common sense or whatever the case may be, because we don't always need to jump out. When you know that you have kind of mothered them through whatever they need to be mothered through, and constantly, it's a consistency thing, it's a routine thing, whatever the case may be, and they constantly keep looking at you, or because my son do it all the time. I'm like, look, bro, we've never been over this thing for how many times? Why you keep looking at me for answers? You already know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they're already sheltered right then and there. So it's like, when do you cut that off? Because if you keep going till he's 20, when do you expect him to really just go ahead and be on his own? He's gonna always be looking for mommy. Will he always be looking for mommy to, solve his problem, whatever? So it's like, you have to understand, and you have to focus, and you have to evaluate your son or your child to understand, like, when you know that they need to go ahead and start doing the things, and necessary steps that they need to do. So we wouldn't have to. I always feel like we have to shelter them or whatever, because I don't want him to be. Even now. Because I get on him now. I don't want you. Why you look? When you get up in the morning, you go in the bathroom, you brush your teeth, wash your face, you do everything you need to do. Put the moisturizer in your hair, pick it and everything. Why do I have to keep telling you? You keep looking at me to say, "What's next?"
Yeah.
No. So it's like, when do we stop? Do we have to wait till they actually get older, or when we know they know better?
And then them same kids that the mother at home telling them every single move to make, they come to school.
Looking for
that.
Ex-educator, like, they come to school wanting me to, you come to this class every single day. Why do I have to tell you what to do when you get here? Why do anybody have to tell you what to do when you get to school?
Right.
Like you don't know what to do. So
because you know the instruction, you know what's expected of you already. You know,
but that's
sometimes you
because
get lax and lazy. I understand that too. We all do.
that's because they want us to be their mamas away from home. So
It must be different with girls. My child tell me.
I really do feel like
if I'm running
Yes.
late, mommy, my vitamin, mommy, brush your teeth, mommy, wash your hands. Like she tell me her routine in the morning. I'm happy that at 2 she knows what her routine is. She knows how to go in there and brush her own teeth. She need help putting the toothpaste on, but she knows what to do. And the moment that I don't do it, she's like, "Oh, we didn't do X, Y, and Z." So I wonder is it like different when it comes to.
I ain't gonna say it's a gender. I think it's analysis paralysis. It's like when you keep, if like for my son, I think, cause I'm not gonna. I mean, you say you have a special needs child, right? So I work closely with them, and it's like we may think that even if our kids are operating correctly, it's some things that just don't click, and that's with any child, I feel. So when I say analysis paralysis, I'm thinking like, all right, yeah, you knowing that we're supposed to do all of this or whatever, but you keep hearing this, you hear this. So that's the only thing stuck in your head. So now you can't even move from that. You know, you're stuck on this.
Mentally paralyzed.
You mentally paralyzed.
Yeah.
So now you forget the simple stuff that you know you're supposed to do because now your mind is over there, but you're not acting on it. But your mind is over here, you're not acting on it. So with baby girl saying, brush your teeth, mommy, da da da. That's what he was doing too. He was like, all right, he was going in there. He probably wasn't being vocal, but he was doing it. But as it kept progressing and you getting older, of course, we hold them up to different standards. It's like, all right, I know I'm supposed to do this, but then, hold up, I think I'm supposed to do that.
So
it's like so much, right? So that's what I'm saying, like analysis paralysis. I'm like, come on, we gotta slow down.
Yeah.
All right, just do what you know you're supposed to do, but just do that. You focus on this when you haven't even finished that. And when you think about us in our adult lives, we do the same thing. We do the same thing. So I have to stop as well because I'm like, you learn, you get it from me. I ain't gonna lie, you probably get it from me because mommy been doing this for so long, like holding it and doing everything, whatever. You looking at me like, oh, she told me to do this.
Yeah.
I can do the same thing, but because he tell me now, well, you lazy now. You don't do what you supposed to do. You said we was gonna do this. He on a whole nother level. I'm like, bro, you supposed to be brushing your teeth right now. What you worried about me doing this? You need to be doing the simple things. But they forget the simple things because their mind is it's over here now. It's like they pass it even if they're not doing it, but they know what's going on. So that's why I say that whole analysis paralysis is a kicker.
You think a checklist or something would be beneficial?
Oh, definitely it is. It is because I had to do that. I had to definitely do a checklist, and I've been doing checklists even when he was smaller. So I think when I was telling the teachers like, okay, we need to do. I need to challenge him a little bit more. And I'm telling the teachers to do that. Baby, I need to challenge him at home. So I was like, hold on, because I'm telling you, look, we need to be on the road at home. So I had to get on board too. It's the whole nation we got to go, with the teachers and everybody.
The village.
It's a village. It's a nation, baby. It's a nation when it comes to raising us. But it's crazy. But like, I just know that they get it. It's just so much. It's so much. It's so much.
So they get like an overload.
It's an overload, just like how we get an overload too. And that's what it is. It's crazy. But I just wanted to know, like, when should we stop sheltering our children? Because I feel like I've never been sheltered. Well, I ain't gonna say never. I'm gonna say that bad. I definitely was sheltered, but in the sense of me having to still look out for other kids and my siblings as well. But not giving the information that was needed. I had to learn it on my own without shelter at home with it. It's like, whatever we do here, stay here type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did what I needed to do at home, but I wasn't really giving that, that guidance to make sure when you go out in the real world, this was happening.
Yeah.
So when do we stop being that shelter for our kids? Because we really do be hindering them in some sense and we don't even know.
This is true, and I'm not gonna tell you that I got that all the way right either. I would be a hypocrite and a liar to tell you that I did, because it's certain things that I have helped my son out with that I probably shouldn't have as an adult. To be honestly speaking to you, but I guess that every person is going to be different. Your child is probably going to show you, because what I learned from my kid, that he's ready to be able to make these decisions on his own, by him making decisions on his own, right? And him coming to me for advice. So that allowed me to be like, okay, well, look like my job done. If he's gonna make the decision, he's gonna make it. If he don't, he don't. If he need my help, then I'll be here. I just have to know, like, I mean, and it hurt. Like, some things my son been living with, I be like, I just need to fly down there and live with him. I can just fix the whole situation if I just be right there. But I'm like, no, Tom,
he gotta learn. He gotta figure it out. Cause when he get out, like that's like what I tell the kids, like, I can't give you the answer. You gotta figure it out, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be here to give you the answer. So when I'm not there to give you that answer, what you gonna do? You gonna have to figure it out, or you just gonna have to take this route, learn whether it's the right choice or wrong choice, and then next time, if it's the wrong choice, you know, next time to make this choice instead. Like a lot of the best lessons or the best experience, the best teacher is experience.
Yeah.
Period. So.
And my son moving way across the country the way he did.
Yeah.
He gonna learn. He gonna learn, and he gonna be alright.
He didn't have a choice but to learn.
Yeah.
The same weekend that he graduated, he left.
Yeah.
And been hours away, so yeah, he had no choice but to learn.
Alright, well, I hate that I didn't start because I wanted to start it with this, but I wanted to give y'all like a mommy mental meter. So basically, it's just like a check-in where you're at mentally, and I wanted to do it before and afterwards, but here we are afterwards. So I just want to go around and give a mommy mental meter and a auntie mental meter. So I let the mommies go first. Where you at on a scale of 1 to 10? How are you mentally?
Right now I'm 7.5.
Okay.
I had to do some soul searching to get my mental back right, so I can be the best mother that I can be. So I'm gonna say 7.5.
Okay, that's good.
7.5.
That's good. What about you, mommy?
I'm gonna say about a 7, because like her, I've been trying to get myself back together. It's an up and down, you know. It's a roller coaster of life. Life be lifing sometimes. You know,
all the time.
Yes, all the time. Life be lifing, and we gotta get ourselves back on track as many times. As one thing it's all messed up on these rings, but it's never fucking give up on both my rings.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What about you, mommy?
Is 10 been like good or?
Yeah, 10 good.
Ooh. I'm probably gonna have to say, honestly, I'm somewhere like a 4 or 5. Some days, this post on Instagram has been sticking with me. Some days I'm rocking motherhood, some days it's rocking me, but both days we rocking it.
Period. We rocking it for sure.
But I would honestly probably like a 4 or 5, honestly, just because
It's fresh.
it's fresh for me, but not even that. Working from home since my child has been a newborn, I don't have a routine, and it's been so hard to get into a routine. So I would establish a habit. For instance, like I started working out earlier this year, lost 24 pounds. Things were going so good, but the moment she gets sick and she home, routine over, and before you know it, she's home a week. Now I gotta try to find that balance again. So it's hard to find balance right now. And it's been times like my friends, they'll tell you I am the most present friend they would have, the most supportive friend. But lately I've been feeling like, dang, I just can't do it. And in my moment I'm like, who gonna be there for me? And that's what I'm trying to learn, to take care of me right now and find me. Because right now I don't know who Tiara is, because I put everybody first. And that's why I was at 4 or 5, because I'm literally like hanging on by a thread. But I'm trying to get there, y'all. I'm trying. I'm trying.
Not putting our business out, you know, your business out there, but you know, we had a discussion, and I told you, like, it's okay to not, you know, be this present and friends. Like, you cannot pour from an empty glass. Period. If you're not right,
You
then
only can pour from your overflow.
Yes, you can only pour from your overflow. And not even just that, like, your situation or whatever you're experiencing, that trickles on down to Jay. Like, whether she's saying or not, energy is real. She feels it. She knows something.
Are you sad? Are you angry? And I'm like, no, why you say that? Then she was like, you're my best friend. Then it just makes you happy. And it's like, you know what? Shake it off. You gotta get it together. Like, how do you even know I'm your best friend to say that? But you gotta shake it off.
That's what it is. But she just letting you know, she's reassuring you that what you're doing is awesome. You know, you're gonna go through those hardships, but she feel you, and they go through everything we go through. But at the end of the day, they're in the most purest form. So they're gonna let you know it's all right. Like you, mommy, yes. You got it. I love you. You know, and you need to take it, soak it up, and keep it with you because you might not hear from nobody else like that, but your children. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, because you know you being the best for them, you need to take their word and go off of that. That's it.
Right. And I need to do that because sometimes I'm like, damn, am I even being a good parent? Like the day that I may feel like, oh, I fed you too late, or one thing I have to say, y'all, I can't remember the last time I like consistently cooked. My baby eats Chick-fil-A maybe like 3 times a week, and I start to feel bad about it, but I really just don't be having the time. But before, they'll tell you I was a cooker, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, meal prepping, and it's like I'm trying to find my way to get back there, and I'm like, damn, I'm bad for her. She always eat Chick-fil-A. Oh my God, I gotta do better, and so I'm trying to get
the
back.
moment I say the best thing to do, just like how I just had to isolate. I did it really a year of isolation, honestly. Like, you just gotta isolate yourself. That's the only way you can get you.
Right.
You can only way. That's really the only way.
That's the goal for 2020. 2023.
Where if you're gonna be so hard-headed and stubborn, guess what? God gonna strip it from you and say, He sit your tail down. Cause that's what I'm going through. He had to strip things from me to sit down. Like, listen now. This is who you are. You need to listen. And so you don't want to listen by me trying to give you a little bit. Now I'm going to take it away. So you have no choice but to get back to what you say you want to do. Right? Now, I wouldn't suggest you to wait to that point because it would make you kind of go into a place you might not want to go to. So I would advise you to just go ahead and listen. If you know that's what you want to do, just go ahead and start taking the necessary steps. You know, because I can see that you already kind of got a lot on your shoulders. So if you feel like that's probably going to put you deeper, just go ahead. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. Or if not, he's gonna strip it from you until he be like, okay, now you can't. Now you can't do it.
Yeah, you don't have no choice.
You have no choice, right?
You don't want to be in that position where you
so
have
that's the goal. Stick to it, since you.
I said 2023. I'm a traveler, but I literally say I'm doing 2 trips next year. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but because I'm one of those every quarter, 2 times a quarter person. But I say I'm gonna really try my hardest to just stay in the house. So I've been doing a lot of home renovation projects to get more comfortable in my home and create my happy space in my home. So right now the goal is to turn my other side of the garage where I don't park into my little gym area. Because right now I work out in my living room. It's like, who want to keep carrying those weights in there? So I feel like once I do that, that would create some peace for me, somewhere I can go and just escape from everything that's going on.
I like that. Well, Tumka, I know you were saying that you probably want to backtrack. Did you want to elaborate on that, or?
Well, I was just saying, my number need to go down. It need to go down. Because, I listening to what you were just saying, like, yes, I need to really, I've been, like, trying to find myself, because I've been a mother my entire adult life. So, and it's, even though it's been different facets of it, like for 15 years, it was 1 kid. Then now I have 2 since then, and still just wrapping my head around the special child that I have, being autistic and everything, and how everything played out with that, and then just the whole new that because I didn't plan to be a single mother again. That's why I waited so long to have a child, right? And then things still didn't go and pan out that way, and so here I am again doing it again as a single mother, but still like, who am I? Where am I? So trying to find myself and trying to ground myself in that so that I can love me. Like I changed my social media, of course, to Choosing Coco, which is my nickname. I stole from you. But, yeah, so I can really choose me and find who I am and what makes me happy and what makes me grounded and what makes me the person that I am outside of being a mother. Because although I've been a mother my entire adult life, and I'm going to be a mother for the rest of my life, I still have to have me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's some of the things that I've been working on. It's been kicking my butt this year, but it's something I'm working on.
What steps are you taking to work on it?
Well, like, as far as like just diving into a lot of self-help things for myself, learning. I mean, I've not been diagnosed with ADHD, but just listening to different things that I found out about it to know that's a part of me, and just trying to work on myself as far as trying to just be a better person overall, like, and trying to find consistency in the things that I'm doing, because I know that I want to be healthy for my kids, be here for my kids. I still want to continue to do things like play football and stuff like that. So just trying to stay grounded and take the steps to better myself on health-wise, trying to just work on me and just do things like, don't worry about what other people think. Stop worrying about other people and what they think. Just like what makes me happy. If this is what makes me happy in this moment, then that's what I'm going to do.
That's the one. That part right there, for real.
I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I gotta work on that. Yeah.
All right, let's see, Britt. Where you at on the meter?
I would give myself a solid 6 right now. I've been very vulnerable with y'all these past 2 months that I have been like trying to figure out who Brittany really is. Like I just shared earlier, like I've been on autopilot for a minute. Like I haven't really just been living in this space. It's just like every day is on go. Like I don't go to sleep. Till can tell you, I don't go to sleep till like 3, 4 in the morning, and I'm back up 7 o'clock, 7 maybe 8. Yeah.
Why are you up?
And it's just like I be on go all day. So it's like I haven't really just had the time to figure out where I'm at, and it's like my goal, well not my goal, I'm going to be a full-time entrepreneur, but like you were saying earlier, like that structure and just having a routine. I come from going to college, going through school all my life, and then I went to college, and then from there I was an educator, so I've always had a routine. Now I'm living this life where I'm making fast money, and that's another thing. I've been falling in that hole. Like I make fast money so quick. I make hundreds of dollars a day. Like I can go spend $500 right now, and I know I'm gonna go back to work. I'm gonna make $800 tomorrow. So you can fall in that fast money lifestyle. It's like it's a trap for real. Like they call it a trap for a reason, because it's like you will really get trapped into that. So it hinders me from actually bettering Brittany. Like I've expressed to y'all on the show and with Till, like staying on top of things, doing for me. Like I don't want to be in that space forever. I want to make more than that a day with being my own business. But it's like being that I don't have that structure. I don't have a routine per se, besides just make sure I go to the gym at the time that I go to the gym, because that's what I really love to do. I'm not really doing that because I don't have that structure. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like, damn, here this whole week done flew by. I just blinked one time, and now it's Friday again. I gotta go right back to work tomorrow, and it's like, what have I done for me? What have I done for my business? So it's like I get in these spaces like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you gave yourself a goal. I was supposed to be done with this trap in December. Me and my sisters, we pray every week. And my prayer for last year was to be a full-time entrepreneur this year. Now it went to, at the end of this year, damn, I'm gonna cry. But at the end of this year, no, I don't wanna cry. But at the end of this year, I wanted to be out the trap, but it's like I'm still there. So it's like, I beat myself up, but it's like, am I doing what I'm supposed to do to get out that trap? So it's like, but where's the time? That's what made me ask y'all that day. Like, I don't even see the time for myself. So if I want to be a mom, where the hell am I find the time to do that? Like, so I would give myself a solid 6 because I'm working on that, but at the same time, it's like I'm stuck.
You gotta work yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta give yourself time.
You know,
because
grace.
you have to give it.
I'm just now finding out how to give myself grace. Sometimes I give myself grace, sometimes I don't.
Because we are our hardest critics.
Yes.
And it is. You know, and I think we beat our own selves.
So we beat ourselves.
We be thinking it's folks doing it. It's us. You know what
We
I'm
the
saying?
ugly, and what's the most fucked up part about it is we can be the stand-up person for the next, person, but we can't be the stand-up
For
person
myself. For myself, for nothing
I
more.
get that.
Like,
I'm telling you, I promise you, if I didn't have this whole fasting mindset before I came, like I told you, I said, listen, I've been on a fast, and I say, even though I know you guys have been set this up, whatever, first to do it, I was distraught, like I was horrible. But it's just like, it just came to me, and I had to just dig inside myself to understand, like, look, something gotta give. I gotta do me. I gotta do me for me, I'm gonna say. So when you put yourself first, for real, it's gonna be less tears. Probably more tears of joy, I'm gonna say that. Less tears of sadness, but more tears of joy for sure. Because we're gonna do what we need to do. We're gonna put on the whole front for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it takes that, and I cry every single day. I journal every single day. And I know we probably didn't go over here when you just like our vibe, whatever. Picking up the books. Picking the books back up, digging for real.
Yeah.
And I don't even watch TV, but I promise you, I'm selective with what I watch for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm very selective with anything now that I do because it's our mental.
Yeah.
And it's so important. And whatever it is that we know that we want to do, in God's grace, we can do it. And instead of beating ourselves up, go ahead and uplift it and just make sure, like, look, this is what I want to do, Brittany. Look, this is what I want to do. I'm out the trap next year. I'm gonna be out the trap next year. But while I'm progressing to be out the trap next year, I'm gonna still be kind to myself. I'm gonna still know that I still struggle with certain things, and I gotta figure out, I gotta fix this, and I gotta fix that, and I gotta fix that to get there. You know, because it just don't happen like this because we so used to that fast thing, that fast this, and that fast that. Social media, I let it go. Because it's just a whole facade, it's an illusion. Everything is an illusion. It might be 12 o'clock right now, but I feel like it's 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So why are we living off of other people's expectations? We gotta go off of how we feel about ourselves and what's going on. So I commend all of y'all. Like I said, I'm just so grateful for y'all letting me come here. Because normally I just be to myself and I don't be saying too much and nothing unless you like my intimate people. But I be needing this. I need this. You know, and all the crying and tears, asking God for this and whatever, to hear my testimony, I can hear somebody else's testimony. Am I the only one going through this? I know I'm not the only one that's going through it, but I need to hear it so that we can combine it. And, you know, just like how you and me, somebody who got a 700 credit score because y'all trying to get a property together. Baby, I need somebody who got the same kind of mental. So we can get through this storm, love, and forget this credit score right now. I need to know how to progress through my whole mental state. So that's who I need to talk to.
Right.
And I just love it. But you gonna be alright. You are alright. You not gonna be. You are okay. You are good, love. Like what you want, you got it.
You do.
And we just gotta be. We just have to be, you know, saviors for ourselves sometimes. We just gotta make sure that knowing that what we said we were gonna do, we just gonna do it. And we are doing the work right now.
And I would say, coming from that environment, you know, I used to be a server. I did not want to leave. That was good money. And leaving from being a server and going into corporate America, taking a hell of a pay cut to the point where I was struggling with bills. One of my friends had not paid my rent because when you start a new job, you in a hole type thing. I would say just write down those goals, which we know we do vision boards and stuff. But you know you're making $500-600 a day. Tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna put $100 a day up. And you don't touch that $100. So by the time you get to, like, say, in 3 months, I want to have X, Y, Z. I'm going to have this in 3 months, and then I can put this towards buy another vending machine or whatever the case may be.
I'm going to speak up for Brittany. I'm sorry. But this goes to Brittany not giving herself grace. Because Brittany does all of these things. All of these things.
You have to give yourself grace. These times that we're living in is not the normal times. And it's so much happening with... We're in a recession and ain't nobody talking about it. It's so much happening. You gotta give yourself. I literally just made a post today, like, give your friends grace, because I used to be the friend that called all the time. And I'm grateful for my friends who still call me, because I'm like, dang, ain't nobody really checked on me. But for those who do, I be so appreciative, because it's like, y'all, I can't call y'all. My child over here doing X, Y, Z, I'm this, I'm that. And then the moment you don't call, all of a sudden I'm a bad friend. It's like, out of the 20 plus years I've been supporting you, you ain't even checked to think of my mental side.
What's going on?
Who's gonna check on my mental? Like me and Tim have been best friends since 9th grade. We used to talk every day. But when we don't talk, I'm not like, oh, or even Brittany, when I met Brittany through Tim, we used to talk all the time. When we don't talk, I'm like, shoot y'all a text, hey, hope y'all doing good. Hope to see y'all soon. When we see each other, it's good vibes. It's no, oh, she ain't my friend no more. I'm not messing with her. Like, we have to give people grace, give ourselves
We
grace.
grown, and it was another post I think you had posted on your page. It was just like, being adult friendships are different from childhood friendships. Like, we have so much more responsibilities and just everything going on in our lives that you can't really be able to show up for the next person like you could when you was 16 and 18 and early 20s.
We don't have
so much more responsibility, and not even that, you are navigating to your own individual self.
Yeah.
I gotta take this individual journey on my own so that I can be a better friend to you when you need me to be that friend to you, and so I can still continue to show up. But if I burn myself out, who gonna be there? Like at that point, and that's why people are. You see them, they so happy, but yet they commit suicide because they're put on the facade and they're not giving themselves grace and understanding that. It's okay to cry. My mom always tell me, cry hard, but don't cry long. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. So you saying you want to tell yourself to cry? I be happy to cry.
I didn't want to cry for sure.
It's okay, but y'all show is so real, and that's why I love watching y'all because everybody else podcast is like, oh, it seems so rehearsed. So it's okay to show the real you and what's going on, and that relates to your audience.
Well, I'll go ahead and give my auntie mental meter. And I would say that I honestly am I'm a solid 8.5, 9. Like, I'm really in a good space in my life. It took over a year to get to this space in my life. You know, I'm working on other things, committed to these other things in my life, growing mentally, emotionally, physically back in the gym. I'm so happy to be back in the gym.
So happy you are.
But yeah, so I'm at a solid, I would say a solid, I'm just gonna say 8.5, 9, because it is some things that I still do want to work on. So I'm giving myself grace, and I'm just gonna say a 9. Yeah,
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Just knowing this whole year where you came, I'm proud of you. I'm happy to hear that.
It's like all of the stories I've heard, especially like with getting back to yourself. Like, I legit had to get back to me because I didn't know. I got lost. I promise you, 2020 and 2021, it feels like a dark circle. Like, I was on autopilot. I was just moving through time. Like, I don't know where I was. So to be in a space where I'm more aware of what's going on, time's still moving. That's climate change.
And I've been telling Tia a lot. I feel like everything she's gone through in this past year with finding herself is like, this is the year right now that I'm going through. So I be talking to her about it, like everything. Like you said, I'm on autopilot now. Like, it's literally, I'm living the same exact life that Till just came out of. So.
And things happen for a reason. Like things happen for a reason. So
that's good. That's good.
But I really do want to thank you ladies for being open and vulnerable and sharing, y'all experiences as mothers with the world. Like, this on YouTube, y'all. Millions to see. So I really do appreciate y'all for having the courage, because it does take courage. A lot of people can't get in front of the camera, and y'all don't even know, everybody don't know each other personally. So just to be able to have that conversation with a quote-unquote stranger. Y'all ain't strangers no more though. But so I really do appreciate, we really appreciate y'all for that. Alright. Well, we gonna get into this question of the night. Question of the night.
Let me see.
What's your favorite position and why?
I'll pop it out.
My now favorite.
Oh, go ahead.
My now favorite position is boring. But it's my now.
Yeah.
It's missionary. I'm gonna pull up princess now. I'm sorry.
Okay, hello, princess. What you got? What y'all got?
Well, I was gonna say that's my favorite position too. It's just like, it feels like it's more intimate. Like it's somewhat, it's intimate. Even if you want to be freaky as hell, you want to be slutted out, like
You still
get away in missionary. So, mama. For real, but nah, for real. Pillow princess or not, it don't matter. Missionary has always been mine. Like it's so many ways you can be with missionary. So I like it, missionary.
You gonna go?
I would probably, I don't even know, because I love visionary too, but something about that side spoon.
What's the size spoon?
Like you can,
You know this size.
Like you spoon it, but then you get it in.
Yeah.
What is that?
I'm not even gonna say,
Wait a minute.
like when y'all, I'm not even gonna say spoon it, it's not spoon it.
This is them. Yeah.
Oh, you
It's not down. It's like you kind of land on your stomach, but side, and one leg is up, and then behind. So it's kind of like. But I don't know how to describe it. Something about that kind of like, you know, it's like you're kind of on your side, and one leg is kind of up, and they kind of in their side. It gives you more depth in there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, right there too.
I say, he love the way I ride. Right.
I don't got no good knees. No.
I don't know what happened in the bedroom, but he need to get to working. But
Baby.
But I would say like I'm a pleaser, so like I like to kind of put on a show, and that's my moment to
Be dominant.
be dominant and put on my show. And I know he gonna get out, and I'm gonna get mine too. So why not?
Dominate in any
Any
position.
You can, but me, I got full. He be in the pillow point. He be in the pillow point. he the pillow points right now.
Okay.
I'm in
I'm in
control.
control, yeah.
So yeah, that would definitely be mine. Cause even then, like he still can take control from the bottom. But for the most part, I got control. Let me do my thing.
I like to take control of the bottom of your missionary.
I wanted to be submissive. I got tired of being in control.
It depends on what role I'm in that day.
Yeah, and I say I am.
It depends on what role I'm in that day.
But even in riding, I still am submissive. Honestly, like that. I was like that.
Cause you can stop there, cause he can stop you right here, and then he can start.
Yeah, like so. Yeah, even if I want to revert cowgirl,
I get it too.
That was my position, reverse cow.
Oh, see, yeah.
They called me on
You hold the ankles or not?
That's what I just said. I said you got the ankles on.
Whoa, cowgirl. I'm the baddest is. All right, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our vibe on the man.
Who wanna go first?
I guess I'll top it off. So this is kind of a continuance from my last vibe on the band. Last week my vibe on the band was Hair Tales, and an episode with Chica. She's a artist, music artist. And what's crazy about her is I've been heard two of her songs. She's lit as hell. So I've been listening to some of her music for the past couple, well, I ain't even gonna say a couple years.
What's her name?
Chica. And what made she stood out to me with she was episode 3 of Hair Tales. And what stood out to me most was her confidence. And that's the space that I'm in. I'm working on my confidence, and not just like my physical, just my mental, like the whole thing, just building my confidence or whatever. So that's one thing that stood out to me, because she's very, like, you can tell she's so solid in who she is or whatever. And she's young. She's 20, I don't know, I ain't even gonna get the line, but she real young or whatever. And one thing that she said to me, was, Tracy Ellis Ross had asked her, why does she do music? Like, what made her do music? She said she wants to change the way people process emotions. So it was just like, man, that's why I connect with you. So I went kind of dug into her discography. And I love live music, so I started with her Tiny Desk, and it's actually of her EP. Yeah, I don't watch that Tiny Desk 4 times already.
Y'all need to check her out.
Yeah, like for real. And her album, like, it's nothing but like maybe 30 minutes. Like, it's her EP. It came out in 2020 or whatever. But yeah, so, and I would say another thing is Crown. Start with Crown. That's the song that I had been on for the longest. Even got it on one of my playlists that I made. But start with Crown and just go from there. But that's my love on the man. Next.
My vibe on the man isn't music, but it's something that I've been using as an outlet to, I guess, better myself.
Okay.
So I recently started a business. The business actually was supposed to start in 2020. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and God placed people in your life for a reason. So met a person who does my hair through Tilly 5-6 years ago. And she has kids. I used to always look up to her on how her and her son, you know, used to travel and do things like the way she parent, you know. So then she ended up having a daughter, and literally right after I ended up having a daughter, and our relationship literally just became like, this is like a God-sent person.
Yeah.
And I told her about the whole business that I was looking to start, and from that moment she's been on go, like that fire under me that needs me to do what I need to do. So my vibe right now has been the parent game, which is what I've been trying to focus on. And it's how you said she's trying to change the way people see emotions. We're trying to change the way people see a parent.
Yeah.
They always single parent this, single dad this, but it's like, we just not that single person that you're singling us out to be. We are a parent.
Yeah.
And it's basically specializing those parents that's going hard for each other. So it's like focusing on that and just showing people that positive light of being a parent. Because I've had so many people like, oh, your child too young for X, Y, Z, but it's like, who's to say that she's too young for this? So just being able to teach people and show people that it's okay for your child to do X, Y, and Z at whatever age. Take a picture to show them the memories. It's no age is too young for anything. So that's been my vibe lately. Is focusing on that. We did our first pop-up shop at their last pop-up shop, but since then it really put that spark in me that I've been having, and I've been happy. We've been getting a lot of feedback over the past 3 weeks since the pop-up shop. So I've just really been vibing with that, and I've been talking to my business partner every day, and we literally got so many things that we're trying to do to create that environment for parents to feel comfortable. Because had I never opened up, I would have never knew other moms feel the same way. So I'm happy to even be on this show and even hear other perspectives, and knowing that y'all have gone through what I'm currently experiencing. It's easier to know like there is light at the end of the tunnel. So it's just having that vibe and knowing that everything gonna be all right, and you ain't the only person experiencing it. Let's show all the other parents that's going hard, like, you can do it too. So that's been my vibe. It's focusing on the parent game, and we all can be gang.
Yeah, gang.
Alright, well, I go ahead with my vibe on the man. So my vibe on the man is Big Glorilla.
Hey, let's go.
I'm just so happy for Glorilla. Like, when, first of all, FNL just came out this year.
Okay, future FNL.
FNL. But no, it just came out this year, in April. So to see like how she's just prospering over these, it hasn't even been a year, and she has been Grammy nominated. She's about she's been Grammy nominated. She just announced her tour. She's about to go on tour. She's performing at the AMAs, and it's just like, I'm proud of her. She's not a new artist because she's been into music, but the thing that made her really stand out, because I always said I just felt like she was authentic. Like, I love me a good hood girl. Like, I just love me a good hood girl, and I just love how like she's into herself. Besides, like, you know, get her teeth fixed, she's like, y'all not gonna bully me into, because she has a very petite figure. Y'all not gonna bully me into getting plastic surgery. Like, you know, we're in the plastic surgery era. Of course, I'm one of them too. But we're in a plastic surgery era, and y'all not gonna bully me into getting that. Like, I'm happy with who I am. And she said, like, my ass fat. You're not gonna tell me that my ass is fat. So I really like that. But what really stuck out to me is I just saw that she did an interview, and she said that the I'm about to say fuck nigga free So came from her friends was like, we need to change. And they said, we're gonna go on a 60-day fast. And that fast will consist of no dudes, no alcohol, like make sure how they, they spend their money wisely. Like it was really a 60-day fast. A few days before the 60-day fast, she recorded Fuck Nigga Free. They made the video that same day, and it went viral right by the time her 60 days was up. That, and she was like, she was putting God first, and that right there, when I heard it, I already had been rocking with Glow, really. But when I heard that, I was like,
yeah,
I knew I liked you.
I
knew I liked you. Like
I remember we had that conversation when I first came, because remember I didn't hear the whole song until that time when we got the fake brunch.
Yeah, and I knew.
But if it's a business rush in Atlanta, don't do it. Anyway, but I was like, I really hate the fact that I like this song. Yeah. I really hate the fact that I like her, but she's so relatable. Like she represents the girls from the hood. Like that's real.
I love a good.
Yeah.
And then putting God out there, not many people are even talking about God.
Yeah.
They always the higher power or this, but the fact that she was vulnerable enough to share that.
That's what helped her.
And show what this is.
Yeah.
A lot of people lack this.
Yeah.
Most people would have gave up, but literally a few days before 60 days. Imagine how many people don't make it to that 60 days. And sometimes it could be that 60 day or 61st day that your miracle gonna happen, but you gotta see it through.
I would say, and I'm glad we'll get to that next one. But one of the things that I listen to my motivational speeches every morning. One thing Steve Harvey say, you can ask God for XYZ. As soon as you ask for it, he putting it in the mail and he's shipping it to you. If you gonna be there when it get there, it's on you. Like, are you gonna be there to get that package, or is it gonna have to get returned to sender? So that's another thing about being consistent and dedicated. Like that's another thing that I just been keeping in the back of my head to keep pushing, even through my workouts. Like shit, I can't get the body that I want if I don't do this last look. They burnt my shoulders out yesterday.
Man, you don't want to stop so bad, like, but come on, if you just keep it. I do know he always do that. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. That give you the encouragement.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's lit. So who y'all vibe on the band?
My vibe on demand is You're a Badass. It's a book.
Oh yeah.
By Jen Sincero.
I got it.
So I read it before, but I'm getting back into it again. Because again, look, coming back to
change.
Yeah. So, because I found myself like almost all the way back where I began before I started this career path that I'm on, where I was not doing anything. And this career path that I'm on made me start reading books and start getting into things. But this one particular book, I had it with my team that I had, and it kind of like helped everybody. It had like everything in it. It's just what I need right now. Like, because I'm a badass.
Yes.
And I need to know that about myself so that I can continue to push forward and be positive, be the woman that I've been called to be in this world, be the mother that I've been called to be in. Just knowing who I am and not, being able to give myself grace, all that kind of stuff is in that book. Being able to, keep pushing when things don't look like it's, going to pan out the way I want it to. Just everything that I need is in that book right now, and that book is just really touching me. So I even sent it to my son's girlfriend to read the book. And I'm going to get back with her and see, like, if she reads it, so we can get together and talk about it and stuff like that, because I think it'll be helpful for her, too.
Okay. Yeah, I did. I never finished that book because I had started reading it back when not even the beginning, but like in the middle of my autopilot mode. So I haven't went back to read it, but what I did read was very influential and, giving me that peace of mind. So just from what I read, I recommend people reading it as well.
And you always want to go back to books. You're a badass, that Jason.
Yeah, because sometimes like you in a different space in your life, so something else might stick out to you that you didn't even catch before. I've been noticing that even like if I just watch something that I watched like years ago. I'm like, man, I ain't never caught that before. Like, so.
That's what I was just telling you about that book that I read, and I was like, I want to read it in December before the New Year, so I want to read it again. Even though I just got through reading, I want to read it again. So, because I might catch something that I didn't catch before, and I just want to enter the new year with this new information fresh on my brain.
Yeah.
What's your thing on the man? Please.
My vibe on the man is a trail. So
It's
it's a trail basically.
Okay.
So what I had to start doing was just get my rest. Cause if you know anybody know me, they know I fall asleep anywhere, right? I was never getting my rest anywhere, right? So when I found out, I'm like, look, that's why I need to just go ahead and get my rest. Got my rest. Woke me up to realize, like, look, I had to pick up my books. So I picked up my book, and my favorite book, my vibe book, is called So Much to Unlearn. It's like a lot of.
I got that book. By Maui.
Yeah, we got so much online. You already know short stories, poems, and love, relationship. I'm a lover girl. You know, I'm a lover girl, so it's like I always just try to see things in a lover's perspective and just be a great person or whatever. So on top of me just picking up those books, I'm not an actual TV person, but I started looking since I gave up social media because I have been doing the fast too. So it's so crazy that you spoke of Glorilla, because after I started my fast, my girl chat group, they had sent that link with what Glorilla said, and I'm just like, you know, for my own personal reasons, I was already going through this because I know it's some things that I needed to like let up, give up, start juicing, give myself so I can be closer to God or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, go ahead and do what I need to do. But I really did appreciate that story, so I'm like, damn, I'm on the right path. I felt like that was just confirmation, you know? So I'm like, that. So I did that, and then I started, like I said, I'm not a TV person, but I started looking at I started listening to everybody saying, oh, you should try this story, you should try this series. I started from scratch, everything. So everything, even All-American Homecoming. Things that just reminded me of me growing up and how I navigated through life with college and school and all that kind of stuff. It's like, dang, I cry on everything. I promise y'all, everything I look at, I'm crying. So I'm like, I feel you. I'm crying because I feel you. So reading them books, just getting my knowledge back to where it needs to be, get my health, my mental health back where it needs to be, so I can get even better as a mom. All that good stuff. That's just been my vibe. Sleeping when I get back to, I even stopped going to work. I stopped going to work. I had to let it go.
Yeah.
You know, I stopped doing everything that I felt like I was giving so much to others. I just started giving, I stayed at home and said, look, what I need to do for me, I need to rest. I need to look at this stuff to kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of help me out, whatever. I probably can't talk to my friends like that right now, but I do have certain ones that I can talk to. So I talk to them, and I just got my strength. I use my sources of strength. I just got it from what I need to get it from, and you know, that's just been my vibe. Just trying to really dig into me so I can just be who I need to be.
That's what's up.
Baby, I'm destined for greatness.
I am.
Yes, that's been my vibe.
All right, well, this was an amazing episode. Like, I don't know what to expect. Honestly, but I just knew it was gonna be good. And it was definitely, it exceeded my expectations for real. So
we really just vibed off each other, even with just like, we had 2 questions apiece, and we were just throwing out questions like through the conversation like that we were thinking of and stuff like that. So I'm so grateful. But I can honestly say the thought of this came from that one morning we had a conversation for a long time, and when you told me that you just didn't feel like you were doing enough as a mom, and I'm like, damn, outside looking in, like, what you doing? I told him, like, what you doing it? I aspire to be like you when I'm a mom, and I told her that before. So I called Till ASAP, like, I just thought of something. Let's put together an episode for Mommy Mental, because we don't know, like, we're not moms, so we would never know exactly right now what moms are actually going through. Like, it's so many more moms, I'm sure, who wish they could be vocal about what they're going through as a mom, because a lot of times, sometimes I feel like moms might not want to be a mom right then. And I do want to tell moms, like, it's okay that if right now you don't want to be a mom, it's not saying that you're a bad mom, but right now, take time for being you, or, you know, something else. So I'm just, like, when I say this, I'm really grateful that y'all all have agreed. Everybody was able to make it. Like, and we just vibe off of each other, and that's what Auntie Talk is about. Like, so yeah, thank y'all so much.
Come with the vibe. Come to Auntie Talk with the vibe.
Yes. I enjoy being here.
But guess what?
Yeah, I see you over there, Kat. I was like, my
This concludes another episode of Auntie Talk. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Hold on, sir. This is episode Big 30. Y'all, we just started in April of this year, and we are on episode 30.
30. Dang.
Episode 30, like.
30. Hey.
So with that being said, like Tia said, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tag our podcast page.
Don't tag at me and at her. No, tag at Auntie_talk. But
And you know we always give y'all the spiel about our other social media page. I promise, coming 2023, we're gonna be very active on all pages, more than just Instagram. But you can follow us on all social media platforms at Auntie_talk.
And until next time,
That's T, bitch.